What's up, gang? Welcome back to my channel. So I'm gonna show you guys how to do a really super natural get ready with me. As you can see, there's still flaws in my face, but I still look bomb. Like, I look real good. And you know, this is just for like store runs, and I mean, even if you're going out for brunch but you don't want to do too much, or you don't know how to do too much, or you're just into your natural face and you just want to enhance it a little bit, I'm here to show you guys what I know and what I do and how I get down. I hope you guys enjoy, and on to the video. Okay, gang, so I'm starting with some Aquaphor, focusing on my focal points. I definitely have dry and oily skin, so I didn't use too much this time, especially because it's a natural look. I definitely tried to rub it in as good as possible just so my skin can be moisturized and kind of like sticky, if that makes sense. Like, Aquaphor is very thick, so yeah, I made sure I rubbed it all in, and then I went in with some spray, some hydrating spray. That is translucent powder right there, with a dry sponge. I definitely recommend wetting your sponge. I don't know what I was thinking, but yeah, I applied it under my eyes, and I really apply it on the parts where I know my face is going to be the most oily or get oily throughout the day. And you want to make sure you pat it in real good. Do your eyelids. You don't want to put too much, especially because this one is like the translucent. I don't even know if it's translucent actually, but it's it's very bright, so you want to make sure you're patting it in but not putting too much on as well. And like I said, focus on the points of your face where it's going to be the most oily or get oily throughout the day. So I'm using some of my lighter foundation, and I'm just going to focus on the center of my face and then work my way outward. I like to start like right under my eyes and by my nose and leave it there just so it can sit a little bit, because I have dark circles under my eyes and I just don't like them. And my face does tend to get red, so I did put it over my nose, and I made sure I layered that up really good so that the redness doesn't show. And then obviously going under the eye and dragging it down outward, and I kind of like make like a triangular shape because my face is, it's not like very round. It has like a point at the end, at the bottom of it. Using the dry sponge again, please wet your sponge. I actually enjoy a wet sponge. I don't know why I did that. I was like in a rush. Look at me laughing and stuff on the phone. But anyway, just make sure you pat that all in really good. And I actually like to take the sponge and rub sometimes, like not just pat, but I like to rub and drag some of the makeup off my face. I sprayed it again with that hydrating spray. And I took the sponge and I just pat all of that moisture in. And now I'm gonna go on to the brows. The brows is kind of hard to explain because I didn't get to get up close and show you guys what I'm doing, but I'm not drawing over my brow hairs, I'm filling them in. You want to do small and short and light strokes on your eyebrows just so you are making sure that they're not too dark and that they look good. Mine are kind of thin because I like to pluck them a lot, but like I said, I just try and fill them in. I don't really try and draw like a whole new brow on my face, especially when I'm doing this natural look. And I go back and forth between two brows to make sure they look similar. And then I brush upward, like vertically, when I'm going in the front of my face to kind of match how the hairs are moving or how the hairs are laid. I use my fingers a lot, especially when it's a natural look, and I'm just like trying to blend the middle. And there you go. You see that the brows are practically done. Got a little palette right there. Gonna start contouring my nose. I like to do this same contour every single time I do my nose. I like to snatch the bridge and then work the brown up into like my eye area. It kind of creates like a more snatched look than it would if you didn't, so I suggest you do. And we all have different nose shapes, so do what fits best for you. But if your nose is shaped like mine, I like this way. I go under my nose a little bit to make it look like it's lifted up just a little bit, and then I draw like a little line over the top of it to kind of give it like a button look. I don't know, I think it's really cute on me. And I have a natural contour, so what I decided to do was put just a little bit of the brown shade like right on it or right above it, not too much, because then you'll be looking dramatic and then you'll have to fix it. And since I had a side part, I only contoured one side of my forehead because I didn't care about the other side. You wasn't gonna see it. And I like to blend it in really good. And if it's too much brown, or like if it's too dark, I will take a sponge and blend and try and get some of that off as well. And on my cheeks, I instead of me kind of pulling and dragging too much, I was patting and dragging, and it created like a very soft, like natural contour. And then I took another brush that was already like dry or whatever, didn't have anything on it, and I just tried to smooth that out a little bit because it did look dark to me. And now I'm blending out the contour where my eyes and nose, where I placed it at on my eyes and nose. Again, patting and dragging so that it looks very soft and looks natural. You also don't want to do too dark of a color, because then it will be super duper dramatic, and you know, that's not what we're here for. I also like to bring the brush in to my nose to snatch it. Don't pull the contour down. Taking that middle shade, and I'm gonna like lift my eye a little bit with that. I found this on TikTok, this technique on TikTok, and I was like, I'm gonna try it, and it's been working for me. I like it. It almost brings your eye up, if that makes sense. Then I'm gonna take the lighter shade and a bigger brush and pat that into the bottom part of my eye, or like where my concealer would be. And I have dark circles, so of course I'm like dragging all of that light shade up into my eye, so that I can kind of hide the bags and the circles. I also like to bring it in close to my nose to pinch my nose even more. Of course, pat it on your eyes. Basically, you want to pat this color or your lighter shade on your focal point. And then I took some translucent powder and blended my brows in the front because I couldn't find my spoolie. And I do this sometimes even when I do have the spoolie brush. Okay, so now that I'm off the phone, I can talk just a little bit. My face is kind of dry today, but it still looks pretty good. I keep spraying if I feel like my face is too dry. This is some hydrating spray that I'm using. I try and keep my face hydrated, but this is mostly what I do. And then I'll put like mascara on and maybe some baby lashes, or you could even do bigger lashes. I don't know why it keeps getting like blurry, but you could even do the more dramatic lashes, but you know, Mascara, of course. Just a real simple and plain, you know. We gotta start showing up like this to the grocery store. You never know when you're gonna meet your man or your woman, sis. And you know, it's not called a catfish, it's just called taking care of yourself. And I like to at least look alive, because sometimes I'll be real tired, eyes be black, skin be all types of messed up. Like my skin's breaking out right now. I have no idea why. But I really try and focus on like this part of my face right here. Right there, because I mean, I already have a natural contour. I just kind of like deepen it up and maybe like bronze it a little bit, but I have a natural contour already, and then my face is starting to clear up. I did kind of like fix this little whatever that is on the side, but like I said, it's pretty clear for the most part, and if you can get it to match up, you're winning. Like, it even looks really natural in person. It looks so good. I'm gonna put some lips on. Ooh, I almost put, you guys know one time I was trying to put lip gloss on, and I had the tube lip gloss out, but I had my glue out, my eyelash glue, and I put it right there on my lips, and I was like, wow, you really out here just moving, not even paying attention. Trying to get it to focus, and I just go in and kind of like fix it a little bit with the sponge. The sponge is dry. I probably would prefer a wet sponge, but you know, it's all good. You guys can see my bags and stuff. My eyes, you know, you can still see them, so that means it looks really natural. But you could even go in with a little shadow, which is probably what I'm gonna do. Just like in the crease. I'm not a big makeup girl. Like, I do my makeup all the time, but I'm just not a big makeup girl. So I'm taking a dark shadow, and I'm just gonna like brush it in the crease. So I'm gonna show y'all. And don't worry about your brows. Take your time on them. I've just done my brows for years now, so I'm very, very used to the shape and everything. And even when I reshape them, I just know, like, I just know my brows. And then I'm gonna take a lighter brown with the bigger brush, and I'm gonna sweep over that and like blend real good, just to give it some tone. I don't even know what you want to call what I'm doing. Like, just to give it a little gradient look. You don't want it to be too blotchy. It's a good word to use. And then I take my sponge. I don't know why, but this sponge helps with everything. It helps level out everything. I'm gonna take the bottom of it, squish it a little bit, and pat, just so it's not so dark, and I think the right word is prominent, or yeah, but, and there we go. Just a little depth up in there. I could probably clean up my contour over here a little bit, so I'm gonna, and I think I'm gonna go just a little bit further. You don't have to, you can stop right here because it looks good. Just do your lip gloss and then you are ready to go, sis. But I'm actually, I gotta brush my hair down. I'm actually thinking about putting on some liner. I don't know why. I think it's because it's snowing outside. That's why I'm getting like the white flash or the white look on my face, but it's definitely not white. It's not. And as you can see, all my imperfections are still there. It just makes me look alive. I do it on the upper waterline. The bottom one will eventually get some on it, but I feel like it just gets too messy down there. So yeah. And I'm gonna go all the way in the corner. I also do this when I put lashes on, so that my lashes blend with my eyeballs. Real soft in small strokes. You don't want to mess up too bad, because you can definitely fix it, but you know, black don't look good when it's all smudged in on your face, if that's not what you're going for. See, I just messed up, but that's fixable because I'm being real light right now. And there we go. And you just put them lashes on, baby. I don't know what lashes I want to do. I have a whole bunch. I have a whole bunch of lashes. They're all in here, so we'll see. Look at my eyeballs, they're getting darker because it's the winter. I got these big old babies. I'm just not sure if I want to wear big babies today, but yeah, I got these little babies. Look how tiny. I'm gonna do these for a natural look today. I have to pee really bad. Been drinking a lot of water. I've been on this 90-day grind, as far as like working out my body, stretching out and stuff. I'm trying to get the splits back down. I haven't done splits in so long. So now we're gonna add the lashes to do a little razzle dazzle. But before you apply them, make sure you roll the band so that you know, they're flexible to your eyes. I also, if they're new lashes, I cut off the like extra band that don't got no lashes on it, because that pokes me in the eye. I didn't do it on these, and these were comfortable. These are really comfortable. I got, where did I get these lashes from? My granny actually got them, and she gave them to me because she doesn't wear lashes. They're from Monarch Lash Pack. They were the flirtatious look, and honestly these are really tiny, and I think the, yeah, instead of like the big sexy dramatic, these are like flirty. They give you just enough like, hey boo. And I'm gonna sit it on top of my lashes in the middle. Just sit it on top of there, and then you can move it around because it's still a little wet, but it's still tacky at the same time. And I start at the back, and I just push with my fingers. I try and line it up with my lashes, get it really close to the lash line. And if it comes up, you just keep pushing. Keep pushing. I know it's probably easier said than done, but after doing it so many times, you'll get it. And with this liner, it almost is easier to apply your lashes because it also looks like a guide for you. And if you don't get it as close as possible, like there's still a little bit of black right there to, you know, help you disguise the lash. And then so now what I'm gonna do is lift the back part. I'm not gonna squeeze it yet, and I start in the middle and squeeze to the front, and then push in the corner of the eye and lift. And honestly, if you can't tell if they're on all the way, like put your mirror under your chin, kind of like put your mirror under your face and lift your eyelid up, and you'll be able to see which part is not glued all the way down. The end won't be glued all the way to your lash line because that's the last part you do, but that's the last part I do anyway. And then I just push that down. You don't want droopy eyes, so don't literally push it down, but push it onto your lash line and then lift again. And I push like my lashes and the lash, I push it up, because people have a tendency of having like droopy eyelashes, and they just, droopy does not look good, okay? We know this. Droopy does not look good. And there we go. And you can also like play with it a little bit, but don't do too much because it's gonna dry, and then you're gonna be mad if it doesn't apply right. What I do to kind of lift my eye is push down and push up. I know that seems weird or funny, but then there you go, you have like a lifted eyeball. Can you tell the difference? No? Yes? Maybe so. I always can. and it's dry. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the next one, and I will walk you guys through it again because I know lashes are hard to do. So again, if they're new, I would encourage you to cut the corners off. Don't cut them too close because then you'll start cutting lashes off and then your whole lash will be messed up. You'll have to like try and doctor it before it goes bald. And I'll show you what the glue looks like on my lash. You want it pretty even though. You want the glue pretty even. I did not roll these, hold on. Roll it, roll it, roll it. Lord. This is what the glue looks like. So you can see it's white or blue or whatever. And sometimes like when I'm doing my hair, I'll let it sit and I'll try and fix my hair and check on the lash, because once there's like clear spots, you want to put the lash on so that you have time to you know, do what you got to do. You don't want it to be super clear because then it just won't stick and you have to put more glue on it, then it'll be chunky. You also don't want to put it on while it's wet because then you risk messing up the liner, you risk not being able to get the lash on, you risk being stressed. I'm gonna show you guys, I'm gonna try and show you guys what it looks like before I put it on. So here you can see it's starting to dry up a bit. It's not as white or blue. I do want some of that on there though still, especially with this lash glue. I do still want some of it on there because this lash glue will be dry. So again, you stick the lash on top of yours, you let go, don't worry, let go. Let me get closer so you guys can see. So once you stick it on there, you start in the middle and you push on your lash line, and then I go to the front. Lord, please help a girl out. And make sure you're moving it and making sure you have the end right at the end, because if you put it too close to the corner, you're gonna have a really irritated eye. And then you just stick. I don't know how to explain it, but just take your time and make sure your mirror is not right on your face because it's not gonna work. You're not gonna be able to do this without being stressed out. And then pushing the lash on it so it's on there, but it doesn't look like this side yet. So then you take your mirror and you go under your face, you look up and you fix the parts where the lash is still lifted, and you push. And now I'm gonna go to the end and take my fingers and literally push on my eyeball or my eyelid. And then once you fix all of that, you start tweaking it. You have to go in the middle, squeeze to the front. As long as you start at the middle and work your way to one of the corners, that's fine. So what I'm gonna do is push up on the back end because I do not want my eyes droopy, and then I push up just a little bit everywhere else. As you can see, it's stuck on there. So then to lift my eyeballs, I'm going to press down in the corner just a little bit and then press up on the back side. This looks so crazy, but yeah. And you might get glue, like the lash might get stuck on your bottom lashes. Try not to worry about that, it's all good. I got eyeliner on my bottom lash, but that's okay. And yeah, there we go. Your eyeballs look lifted, your lashes look good. And these are definitely some flirty ones. They're really cute. I probably should have combed them out or brushed them out, but you know, Just pushing to make sure they're all on there. Keep them lifted. A lot of people be like making comments about my eyes because when I put lashes on, they literally get smaller. Most people's do. But the girls that get it. The ones that don't. And so there is my very, very natural get ready with me makeup tutorial. It's not a whole lot. It doesn't take that long. Makeup can take forever. But yeah. I'm gonna spray my face one more time. Because gross. I'm actually gonna put on some more powder, but this is a darker one because that white one will have me looking all types of crazy. Excuse me. Oh, so what the hell is going on? This is my favorite. I gotta remember which one this is, but this is my favorite because it looks so good. Revlon Candid. So I'm gonna take it and push right up under my eye and pat it in. This really helps with my bags. And it really, like, I don't know, with my pores and stuff, it really just, it works. So you can tell a difference already. It's not a big one, but you can tell a difference between the two. This is the best setting powder I've ever used. Probably spray my face one more time on that side. I want it a little like wet or damp or whatever you want to call it, and then you just push that right up under your eye. Especially with the girls who are born with natural bags, I love this one. And you just keep pushing up under there, not too hard. You don't want to like rub off the makeup you already put on, but just enough to where you're blending in really good. It, like I said, it like blurs the pores, and it's not white. If you do want a lighter like under eye, cool, go for it, girl. It makes all the sense in the world once you do it yourself and practice yourself, because this looks bomb. I really could have put on more of the Aquaphor, but you know, it still looks good. And my face tends to get greasy after wearing makeup for a while. Why? I don't know. Maybe because I'm like cooking and everything else, but it does get a little greasy. I have oily skin anyway. And yeah, lip gloss and lashes be the razzle dazzle. Now, if you want your nose to be more contoured, you can do that, but like literally just try and focus on the center of your face, because going dramatic on the sides will have you in here like, dang, I said I was going natural and now look. But yeah, this is the natural look. I still have imperfections in my face, and that's kind of what I was going for. I don't want it to look too you know, done up. Real natural, real cute. You still look like yourself. Okay, so I'm gonna put some white on my nose, just a little bit. So I'm gonna take this and go down the middle, and then right here. Ooh. And that's what I'm gonna use for highlight. And then I use my finger a lot when I'm doing natural to clean it up. I don't know, I've just been doing this for so long. So I do it really lightly. I clean it up really lightly because I want it to show a little bit. Okay, let me see. There we go. It looks good. I look good. I hope this helped. A lot of people were asking for a natural get ready with me, or like a natural makeup tutorial. I hope I was able to help, and I hope I was able to explain really well to you how I do mine. So So yeah, let me know what else you guys want to see from me. I hope you guys are enjoying your winter break, your new year. It's very much snowing over here, and it's been snowing for hours. Be in the house, like literally snowed in, like it's inches of snow, and all of it's gonna melt, and so we're gonna have wet grass for a couple days. But you know, it's a good thing that it's melting. I hope you guys enjoyed. I have other things to tend to now. I'm trying to really grind my butt off, so you know, we get into it. I will see you guys in my next video. Peace and love. Falling into